New York's governor calling the actions on the train an extreme response.
Just looking at that video, you know it's wrong. No one has the right to take the life of another person.
The city's mayor cautioning against a rush to judgment.
I have faith in the criminal justice system, and I'm going to let the process take its place.
EMTs were unable to revive the 30-year-old, a known street performer who the NYPD says was homeless at the time. The witness who took the video said Neely was acting aggressively when he got on the subway, saying he was hungry, he was thirsty, that he didn't care about anything. He didn't care about going to jail. He didn't care that he gets a big life sentence. It doesn't even matter if I died. The attorney for the family says Neely struggled with mental health issues since his mother was killed when he was 14 years old, but adds having a bad day doesn't justify violence. Police have not publicly identified the men involved, but say they did question and release the one who had Neely in a chokehold. Neely's aunt says her nephew will be remembered for his talent and love of dancing, adding the family wants justice. For protesters outside the district attorney's office, justice means criminal charges.
Where's the justice? How does justice look in 2023? We're the same city that people got locked down during COVID. We're the same city.
You know what, guys, man? I understand this is hard for the family and the friends of the guy. I get it. I truly get it. It was difficult for them. You know, this was their friend. This was their family member. I get it. I totally get it. But the fact of the matter is, even though I hate the guy died, and I hate for your loss, I truly do. This man, your friend, your cousin, your nephew, or whatever he was, man, he got onto the subway and started threatening people on the subway. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is truly going to happen? I mean, again, you know, I know in today's world, man, so many people are used to people just turning away and looking the other direction, not caring at all what people do. And I'm going to show you a clip in a minute of the danger of all this. Again, we don't need to be going after and trying to prosecute some guy who stepped in and held down the man. Yes, the guy died, and it was unfortunate. But the guy was threatening people on the train. He said he didn't care if he lived or died. You know, he was telling people that he would take their lives. He didn't care about taking lives. So again, we got to be honest about that. What is going on? What is going on? Again, people have the right to stand up for themselves and for other people. This guy was hailed as a hero to the people on the train, but they're wanting the guy to be prosecuted. They want to call this death, the guy's death, a homicide, and they are now. They're calling it homicide with strangulation. Again, you know, that's a really dangerous thing to do. You know, again, man, was it too much force? I wasn't there, but again, the guys filming this, they said that he was fighting up until he lost consciousness. He was fighting. So again, what do they do? Do I know what's going on? Do I know what's going on in their heads? No. I would think to myself, man, the guy's a threat until the guy stops. Until the guy stops fighting, until the guy calms down. Again, I would look at him as a threat. And that's what these gentlemen right here did. And again, it wasn't just the one guy. I mean, there was the one guy that put him in the chokehold, but there were a few guys trying to get him to stop. The one guy was holding his arms down, but the other guy had been a headlock. So again, we got to be honest, man. What is happening here? You're not allowed to defend yourself, to defend others, and that right there has some very serious consequences.
New York. A mentally deranged man on the subway. He sits next to a woman and grabs her hair when she stands up to move away. She softly pleads for help. No one moves. No one even says anything. The only real response seems to be this one guy who is filming on his phone. He forcibly moves the woman towards the front of the car, right in front of three men. They do nothing. At this point, we see a large man in a light blue polo shirt. It appears the mentally deranged man may have let the woman go because of this man's presence.
Guys, man, the reason why I wanted to show you this is because these clips, these two clips, and there's all kinds of other ones out there, but these two clips kind of show you what happens on subway platforms and subway trains. This kind of stuff goes on. And again, they had to be willing, they had to be okay with standing up. And again, if you criminalize people that stand up and you try to prosecute those that stand up and then protect themselves and protect other people, you're going to have this. It's not going to stop. You're going to have this kind of behavior. Because again, man, people are going to be too afraid to stand up. They're going to be too afraid to say, no, stop it. Because they're going to be worried about being prosecuted. They're going to be worried about being in trouble for defending themselves and defending other people. So again, we got to watch the kind of precedent we send. But the thing is also, guys, we got to understand one thing too. That just because the guy is having some kind of mental health breakdown does not mean that he has the right to hurt people, threaten people. Does not have the right at all. And again, he can threaten people, he can do whatever. But people are going to respond, and normal people are going to respond in a way where they realize they're in danger, other people around them are in danger, and they got to take action. They have to take action. Just because somebody's going through some kind of breakdown does not mean other people have to sacrifice themselves. It does not mean in any way that people have to sacrifice themselves because some guy's going through a mental health breakdown. All right, guys, man, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video right here. But we see what's happening. We see it. And it's not just here, it's everywhere. All this, man, you can do whatever you want. If you're a victim, if you're a part of a victim group, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You can steal, you can rob, you can hold people at gunpoint, you can threaten people's lives, you can do whatever it is you want to do. And if anyone stands up, if they stand up to you and they say, look, no, you're not going to threaten my life. You're not going to threaten the lives of my family. You're not going to do this. You're not going to threaten the lives of everyone else here. You're not going to steal from the store. You're not doing this. We are going to protect ourselves. If people stand up and they say that, they're demonized. They're demonized. But again, you're going to have behavior like this. Just horrible, nasty behavior. You're going to have this as long as you allow this to occur. As long as you allow this to occur, you're going to have this kind of behavior. Again, if there's no consequences, if people don't wind up in jail, if they don't wind up in jail, if they don't wind up getting in trouble, if they don't wind up getting their butts kicked, if they don't wind up, in some cases, dead, this kind of stuff is going to continue. And again, everyone cares about the poor homeless guy. But no one cares about what would have happened or what could have happened to the people on the train. No one cares about that. And people like EOC, they are using this for their own advantage. They are using this to help propel them. They don't care about you. They don't care about you one single bit. All they care about is themselves and how this can influence them and how this can make them look virtuous. Yeah. But hey guys, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks.
You son of a